Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy from Ahn Co. It's Monday, June 3rd. I'm going to go over the markets with you for the day. Started off in grain markets with a lot of support. The forecast does call for a lot of rains coming to winter wheat country, and that's a big concern for this market right now. You really beat up the wheat market for the last 2 months or so, minus May, on the fact that we had a beautiful winter wheat crop out there. Conditions were much higher than our 5-year average and where we've been, and then you came into a point where we can't stop getting large rainfall totals there, and you're having disease issues, harvesting crop problems, and it's enough to push this market a bit higher, and with that pulling everything else. So we did get a little bit of pullback towards the end of the close, closing about 9 cents off the highs, but overall still a lot of strength, showing up anywhere from 11 to 15.5 cents higher on the day across the wheat complex. Soybeans starting to get a little bit of attention that you might lack some progress here in soybean planting numbers, so you do have some time yet. You do have some clear areas that are going to dry up a little bit, but it's still a big concern when you look at that eastern corn belt and the problems they are going to have planting here moving forward, but enough to give it a little bit of support, up 1 3/4. Corn market, we had a little bit of a mixed bag here with front months down 2 3/4, deferreds up 1.5, and what's happening there is corn market's in a bull market. We closed almost 74 cents higher on that July contract for the month of May, and in a bull market you need to continuously feed this bull, and it looks like the market's kind of getting tired of trading loss of acres. We know that there's a loss of acres, we know that there's a problem out there, but we need to get an additional problem, more news, start trading yield decline to really push this market. This is a healthy thing for the market to do, kind of slow itself down or get a little bit of a pullback here. We'll be seeing where we come in for planting progress at 3 o'clock today, and that'll give some information to this market whether or not it wants to trade it or not. When you look over the meat markets, weaker trade for live cattle, feeder cattle front month got a little bit of support with corn pulling back, and then lean hogs over $1 lower on the day. Outside markets were relatively quiet as well. Moving forward, we're going to be watching planting progress and see what changes out of this weather model. You did have a dry weekend for majority of the areas. There's a system coming through Nebraska into Iowa right now, and then the big question will be how much rain does Illinois and Indiana get, as they're extremely wet, and the 7-day forecast is looking for 3 to 4 inches for them, and so we'll be watching that very closely. I do have to close with a disclaimer: trading in futures and options, so all risk loss is not suitable for all producers. This is a solicitation. Have a great day.